Big year ahead.
Oh yeah.
Lots to talk about.
You know it.
Let's get started.
Sure.
No, it's okay. Honestly, I'm just thinking about the show. That would be a good place to start. Yeah, to start the show, why don't we talk about the recent rumors, the rumblings.
Oh yeah.
Rumblings.
Rumblings.
Happy New Year, everybody. Rumblings. 2016 is rife with rumblings and the rubbing of one's hands with anticipation, because on the horizon it seems like there might be a fresh batch of new talent on the horizon.
Oh hell yeah.
So, I don't know if y'all have heard the rumors, but potentially, the Machine Gun Carl Anderson, Doc Gallows, the phenomenal one AJ Styles, and the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, potentially they could be all on their way to WWE, or maybe none of them are on their way, who knows. But the way it is right now, Biggie, tell me, when, off the top of your head, when are they going to show up? If they're going to show up, when are they going to appear?
I mean, they could bring them in like, you know, maybe just one at a time in certain spots where they need just to fill time, so they could put in like a debut or something like that, or whenever they're ready. But probably at an upcoming pay-per-view.
The Royal Rumble or maybe Mania?
Maybe Mania, or maybe sometime a little after, who knows.
After Mania?
Could be.
Okay. I think the next question that begs is, are they going to be going directly to the quote-unquote main roster, or are they going to spend some time in NXT, like Joey Samoa?
Yeah, you're right. I think they probably would go to NXT, at least for a little bit first.
How long was Kevin Owens in there? Like 6 or 7 months? Not very long.
No, it didn't seem like very long at all.
That's the accelerated program. I have a feeling Apollo Crews isn't going to be in there for much longer.
No.
Okay, so I'm pretty much on the same
I
page.
wonder how much longer Jason Jordan and Chad Gable are going to be there.
Oh boy. Not too much longer. Well, first they need to win the NXT Tag Team titles.
Yeah, but I don't think that's too far away.
Oh no. No, definitely not. Like we saw in this week's episode of Breaking Ground, the where are they now part, where William Shatner says, you know, they are here. For Gable and Jordan, he basically said they aim to win the tag team titles very soon, and I feel a feeling that he's more or less right on.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to be the next NXT star to get moved up to the quote-unquote main roster of the existing group of talents? We saw Tyler Breeze recently get moved up. Who's next? What do you think?
Other than maybe Apollo Crews, I'm not really too sure.
It's going to be him, you think?
I could see it happening. Well, I think maybe if he works on like his promos a little bit more.
Yep, no, I agree. I think he would agree with you too.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't see why he couldn't be on the main roster.
I agree. He has all the tools. And Triple H since 11. I don't know if Triple H necessarily loves the latest developments, but what's happening next on Raw? It's going to be build up for Royal Rumble. And what's happening this year on Royal Rumble? Byron Saxton incorrectly said on SmackDown, it'll be for the first time ever, it's actually for the second time ever, we're going to be seeing the WWE World Heavyweight Championship be defended during the Royal Rumble match in the Battle Royal. I have to admit, I was shocked. Pleasantly surprised, I was shocked.
Yeah, same here.
Totally throws off my predictions for what Mania was going to be like.
For sure.
What's your first reaction for who's going to win this new WWE World Heavyweight Championship Battle Royal?
My first reaction was that I feel like there's a good chance that it's going to be Roman somehow, some way. But there could be a lot of curveballs thrown at us, so who knows what could happen.
And he is going to be entrant number 4 or 1 or 2?
Yeah, I could see Vince, a vindictive Vince, sticking him in right at the beginning.
How is Roman Reigns going to eliminate Braun Strowman, for example? Just because I guess the Superman punch is the answer to everything.
Yeah, just keep Superman punching them until they go down.
Yep, even Brock Lesnar. It works to an extent, even on him, to an extent. My personal prediction, I honestly don't think Roman is going to win the Rumble. I don't think he's going to win the Rumble 2 years in a row.
But who?
Woo! It's not going to be a member of New Day, unfortunately.
No.
Although it's almost time. And New Day is almost at that point where they need another title in their crew, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
It's not going to be a member of New Day. It's not going to be Ryback. It's not going to be Show. It's not going to be Dolph Ziggler, who also signated
Chris Jericho.
No, it's not going to be Chris. Chris might actually get an extended run. Like, we might actually see him as a regular performer in WWE now.
Well, that'd be a good thing.
Potentially, yeah. Hey, Tommy Dreamer did okay.
Yeah.
We're bringing everybody back. Honestly, my opinion, I have a feeling they might swerve everybody, and Bray Wyatt might be the champion. Here's my thinking. In the Royal Rumble match, we know for a fact that in addition to Wyatt, there's going to be Harper and Rowan and Strowman. And this is going to be potentially the time where we see the Wyatts face off against New Day in the same context. And there's 4 of them. And we've seen that New Day's numbers is basically what keeps the tag team titles around their waists. So when they have one more person, that one more person being the terrifying Braun Strowman, I have a feeling that it's going to be Papa Bray that takes home the title. Maybe that's wishful thinking, but the only other potential person to do so could be Brock Lesnar, honestly.
Yeah. Maybe 2016 will be the year of the 4-man tag with the debut of the Social Outcasts.
Social Outcasts. I think
Job Squad.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Curtis Axel is not going to get eliminated from the Royal Rumble.
No.
He's probably not going to enter at all.
Yeah, you're right.
Still an entrant from last year's.
He never got eliminated. His feet never touched the floor. Aside from that, the only other thing really we have to look forward to in the upcoming Royal Rumble, I guess, would be an Intercontinental title defense. Mm-hmm. And right now, the Intercontinental title picture is looking pretty good. We just saw moments ago, we watched Kevin Owens take on Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental title in a great match, and Dean retained. Well, only because of a count-out. Mm-hmm. And they're just building right now.
Yeah.
They're building to a phenomenal finale of some kind at Royal Rumble, and that'll be, I think, the end of their feud. Do you think that's a feud that could keep going to Mania?
No, I think that, the match at Royal Rumble would be about the end of it.
Potentially. But we can agree it's going to be Kevin versus Dean for the title?
Oh, yeah. And then, maybe depending on who wins that, they could have a program with Neville coming up. I would definitely love to see more.
Yes,
Neville
that's an excellent point. Yeah, Neville definitely needs more exposure, and the guy's trying, but nothing thus far has really worked to make him sizzle. Aside from his natural ability. I mean, when Neville is allowed to just go out there and wrestle, there's no problem. Never any problem. It's just when you involve him with silliness with Miz, or when he has to cut a promo longer than 10 seconds.
It just all falls apart.
Yeah, it certainly does. The same is true for Apollo Crews. They're really similar to each other. Oh my goodness, Apollo Crews and Adrian Neville tag team?
Oh my god.
The flippiest tag team in history. Even flippier than Lucha Dragons. And speaking of Lucha Dragons, how about Kalisto, huh? Facing ADR for the United States title on SmackDown.
Yeah, it was a crazy upset, and Kalisto's been gaining, a lot of traction lately.
I agree. Is he going to have a title around his waist sometime soon?
There was many times where I expected them to win the tag titles, the Lucha Dragons, and
Yep.
I think it's only a matter of time before he wins the title.
I hope so.
But who knows when?
Like you were mentioning earlier, Sin Cara just can't catch a break, unfortunately.
No. Maybe it's the mask.
I was just about to say that. It has to be the mask. So do you think when Sin Cara comes back, there'll be some sort of character design change?
There could be, but who knows if that would be, sacrilege to the mask tradition.
Well, Sin Cara means no face, without face.
Oh.
So he just needs some sort of mask that covers his whole face. That's
Okay.
That's all. And the Sin Cara character, I found out recently, there's been a lot of mask designs. This is number 20 in the mask design history of Sin Cara. And some of them had just regular open eyes, which I think is okay.
Yeah. If it helps him botch a little less, then that would be more than welcome.
I think at this point, even Sin Cara doesn't want to botch that much.
No. There was a brief period for the past few weeks or so where, he was doing better. I didn't see hardly any botches. And then with one dive right into Kofi Kingston's knee, just shattered it.
Oh, well, that was the beginning of the end. The injury was caused by the Big E. I mean, it was New Day at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But the bottom line, I think we're in agreement. The mask needs to be changed somehow, some way.
Yeah.
That's not helping.
If that is the problem.
I really honestly think it is, but we don't know. We're marks.
Yeah.
Additionally, About the only other thing that warrants mentioning from this past week in WWE's regular programming was the Divas title chase. And we saw a good match on Raw, and we saw a much better match on SmackDown. Is this going to continue to build as well? I think it will.
Yeah, I can see it continuing to build as well, especially because they've kind of been building it up for like a couple weeks now, I'd say.
Yeah. And also now with the recent news of the boss, Sasha Banks, on the shelf with an injury, that means that the current women in the title picture are going to have to continue to work those high-profile matches. And Team Bad, they basically relied on Sasha for all their sizzle. So we're probably not going to be seeing them anytime soon. Although last week on SmackDown, did you see Tamina and Naomi in that tag match against Brie and Foxy?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Tamina looked really good with the sleeveless
Yeah, she did.
top. Without the sleeveless top, she looked like badass and mean. I don't know who it was who said that she looks kind of like their mom otherwise, but when she's able to show off her muscular arms, she looks like a wrestler and not like their mom. So yeah, keep doing that, Tamina. If Vince, if you're listening, make sure Tamina keeps doing that.
I wonder when we're going to see Tamina against Nia Jax.
That match is so inevitable.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
And Tamina's going to put her over.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Nia Jax right now is being built up to be a really fierce, dominant competitor.
Oh, yeah.
In my honest personal opinion, I think Nia is going to be... Well, actually, if not Nia, it'll be Asuka, the next woman to wear the NXT Women's Championship.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, it probably will be Asuka. I don't see any reason why not. We saw how happy Triple H was with her.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any... He had absolutely nothing negative to say about her, so... Keep doing what you're doing, Asuka. And Emma. And the rest of the women of NXT. That being said, let's take a moment right now, a few moments, what few moments we have left, to cast our thoughts and ideas about the year to come, 2016. We've been doing the program now since the summer, and we've watched the WWE change quite a bit since in that short period of time.
Yeah, no kidding.
Around the time we started, that was when we were, lamenting the weekly Cena, and we were wondering if Seth Rollins is going to get over.
Not only the weekly Cena, but the weekly Nikki Bella versus Paige.
That's true.
Every week.
That's absolutely true, and I'd much rather watch Becky versus Charlotte every single week, given the choice. Sorry. It's just the way it is. So, seeing as we've now been covering the WWE for about 6 months, let's make some predictions now about what's going to happen 12 months down the road. What do you think is going to be the long-term outcome, I guess let's just start at the top, of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship? At this time next year, do you really think Roman Reigns is still going to be holding the world title?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he's quite that over yet, but I could be wrong.
No, I think you're right. So who is going to be?
By the end of the year?
Yeah.
Maybe Seth Rollins will be back.
Well, I
by
certainly
then.
hope so. Well, he'll be back, but will he have the title? I don't know.
True. He might not have it, but he might be in contention for it.
I certainly think so. It's going to be either Seth or, dare I say it, Brock.
Yeah, I could see that.
I have a feeling that WWE wants to spend more time developing Kevin Owens before they give him the world title. Maybe even another year, I don't know, but sometime.
Does that mean we're eventually going to see KO versus Brock?
That's what everybody wants.
Yeah.
I have a feeling, in fact, I'm willing to bet cash money that this year at the Royal Rumble, we're going to see a Kevin Owens versus Brock Lesnar confrontation. Nothing can stop it now. You know who's going to be in the ring with them as well? Like I said last week on the program in my year roundup, I should say. It was Strowman and Big Show and Kevin and Brock. I'm sure they're going to, well, at least I hope. That's just, Vince, do me some fan service. But anyway, those are the biggest guys, and Brock and Kevin are going to have their confrontation very soon, no doubt about it. What about the tag team titles?
The tag team titles?
First of all, is New Day going to keep them for another year?
I don't feel like they would keep them for another year just because I feel like they haven't been quite as hot lately, but maybe that's just because I'm getting too accustomed to their usual thing.
When their gimmick is going over the top and not caring what anybody thinks and just saying whatever comes to mind, you can only take that so far. Like, there's a limit.
Yeah.
Something like, can you name a gimmick off the top of your head that just is limitless?
Apparently John Cena.
Hustle, loyalty, and respect never die. That's actually a good point. Oh, and redacted, because, you know, he just... that's true. And redacted obviously loves, well, purported to love the American dream and all that kind of stuff. And that never dies, or so to say. But, you know, do a hashtag booty and shaking your dick and wearing unicorn horns. There's a limit. Like, there really is a limit, and I believe we have hit the wall. And I don't think we're alone in our thinking, to be honest.
No, I don't think so. I think it's tough to say, because I could either see it being the Lucha Dragons more than likely, you know, taking the tag titles sometime soon.
Yeah.
But I could also possibly see it being the Usos as well. Because they've shockingly, well, I mean, it was shocking to me, it took the, you know, slam me for tag team of the year in 2015.
Yeah, again, we're on the same page. I think it will be either the Usos or Lucha Dragons. With Sin Cara in, you know, seeming injury trouble right now, I have a feeling it's going to be Usos next. And, you know, in my honest opinion, the Usos are going to defeat New Day at WrestleMania, is my thinking.
Yeah, I could see that.
And at the end of the year, I have no idea who's going to be tag team champions, because I have a feeling the WWE is going to change quite a bit in regards to tag teams very soon.
Oh yeah. It's still, the tag team division's still come a long way since we started.
Oh my goodness.
I remember, like,
absolutely,
it was just New Day versus PTP every week, and they'd have some sort of screwball finish.
And the people hated New Day.
Yeah.
They couldn't stand them.
I really hated New Day when I first saw them.
I wanted to like them, but they were so unlikable.
Yeah.
Like, they seemed awkward and unsure of themselves.
Pretty much.
And it was just like the things they were talking about just made no sense. Positivity. It's like, it seemed very clear and obvious to me that they were just reading what people had written for them. And the people that had written it, they didn't really know. They're just like,
yeah, there's power positivity.
Let's see what
New Day
happens.
rocks.
Exactly.
Go.
Yep. I think this next question is even more challenging. Who's going to be the Intercontinental Champion in a year?
Nakamura.
It's actually potentially possible. Yeah.
I mean, maybe eventually it'll be Neville. Maybe it'll finally be Neville's time.
That is a really good answer.
Just, like you said, needs to work on the promos just a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like such a scrub just agreeing with you. Oh, you're right, Biggie. You're so smart. But seriously, no, we're on the same page there again.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe Neville is going to be the next Intercontinental Champion after the KO Dean Ambrose feud is fully resolved.
I feel like at this rate, Dean Ambrose might be more than likely to win, but also if he doesn't, like, is Kevin Owens just gonna say, screw this, I'm just gonna go look for another title, I guess.
The world title.
Oh my god.
Yep, sounds good to me. And finally, the Divas. Who's gonna be the preeminent queen of WWE?
Becky Lynch, please. I mean, if for some reason maybe Sasha isn't back by then or whatever, because Sasha's definitely going to be the Divas champion
100%,
sometime.
100%.
And who knows when Bayley will be up to the main roster.
By this time next year, she'll be up, I believe.
Hopefully.
I think she's going to do one more full year in NXT, and she's going to develop an impeccable legacy.
No
She's
kidding.
going to have legendary matches this year. That's my thing. Okay, well, let's take a minute to talk about NXT and how that's going to play out. Who's going to be the NXT champion in a year? Who knows? Because that place is constantly in flux, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It could be anybody. Like, all sorts of people that I didn't think would ever come back or come through NXT have now made it through there. Will it be Joey Samoa?
The Man Beast Rhino. I still want to, like, not really, I don't think I'd want a long program, but I still want to see, like, a few matches between Roman Reigns and Rhino, because we saw their confrontation in that one, like, 4-way tag match.
The spear versus the gore.
Yes.
Yes. That's a really good point.
Like, they looked at each other and it was like, oh my god, something's gonna happen, and then, like, the match just continued like normal. Just beatings all around. But it could have happened.
It could have. It's not too late.
No.
We can still see that for sure. Oh, okay. Well, since we're already flying high, let's keep it going. Let's end things off on a high note. Rapid fire time. Big E, who's going to be the superstar of the year in a year? Now, keep in mind that when we started the program, we probably wouldn't have said Seth Rollins is going to be superstar of the year. It's in the time in between that he really stepped up, right?
Yeah, that's the tough part about making a judgment call like that. As of right now, though, maybe it'll be Roman Reigns, maybe Dean Ambrose.
Oh yeah, that's a really good point. That's an excellent point.
Definitely won't be Sheamus, I don't think.
I agree with you there. Yeah, Dean, I hadn't even thought about that. Like the Dean in the world title picture, I associate Dean so strongly with the IC title, I didn't even consider it. But yeah, he is definitely someone who will more than likely be a candidate for the world's title before the year's over, and he's someone who could very likely hold the title in a year.
Maybe eventually when Seth Rollins returns, and if Roman is still champion by then, they'll have like a former Shield members 3-way match for the title.
Done. Book it. I'm sold.
I'd be sold too. I'd buy that for $9.99 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Get it now.
Not really too much else to say. I think we've pretty much laid out the beats for 2016 fairly effectively.
Pretty much. We'll see what the year has in store for us and look back and see how wrong we are later.
Yeah, because those Royal Rumble predictions we made a month ago, about half of them are just not possible now. It's just the way it goes. Anything else you want to add? Questions, comments, concerns?
No, I think that's about it.
Then let's wrap things up. Thanks once again for joining us in the program. 2016 started with a bang, I guess. Let's see what the future holds. Maybe next week on the program we're going to be talking about the new WWE signees from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Maybe there will be even more by the end of 2016.
Who knows?
Maybe they'll just take over New Japan.
WWE versus New Japan versus Marvel versus Capcom.
No patches
SNK.
Ever.
Welcome back.
It's good to be back, Michael.